In this video, we discuss the product topology on Cartesian product of x and y, also the subspace topology. Before that, we discuss one example. Let's say example. If x is equal to the set A, B, C, and let tau 1 is equals to the set empty set x singleton A set A comma B, and tau 2 is equals to the set empty set x singleton A B comma C. Find the smallest topology containing tau 1 and tau 2 and the largest topology contained in tau 1 tau 2. So here we have to find the smallest topology which is contained in both tau 1 and tau 2 and the largest topology which is contained in tau 1 and tau 2, using this tau 1 and tau 2 whatever they given the sets. So let's say our solution. We have x is equals to the set A, B, C. Tau 1 is equals to empty set x singleton A and the set A comma B, and tau 2 is equals to empty set x singleton A and the set B comma C. So this is a provided information. So here I generated tau 3 which is equals to empty set singleton A singleton B, set A comma B, set B comma C, and set X. So this is a tau 3. First we check whether this forms a topology on X or not. So first condition for a topology is empty set and the set X should belongs to the set. So here empty set and X belongs to tau 3. First condition is satisfied. Then union, arbitrary union of the elements of that sets also belongs to the same set. So here singleton set A union with singleton set B, that is set A comma B, present here. Also union of singleton A with union of this set union of set B comma C, that is equals to the set A B C, which is equals to X. Also you can take any two elements, or if you take union of all the sets, then it also present in tau 3. So second condition for topology also satisfied. Third condition, finite intersection. So here if we take intersection of these sets, then it is also belongs to tau 3. So all the three conditions are satisfied. That's why tau 3 is topology, and this is the smallest topology which contains both tau 1 and tau 2. So here elements of tau 1 are empty set X singleton A and the set AB, and elements of tau 2 are empty set X singleton A and the set BC. So this is the smallest topology containing tau 1 and tau 2. Now we have to find the largest topology which is contained in both tau 1 and tau 2. So here we define tau 4 which is equals to empty set singleton A with X. So union of A with X is X, intersection of X with A is singleton A. So and empty set and X are present in tau 4. So all the conditions are satisfied for topology. That's why tau 4 is topology on X. And this is the largest topology which is contained in both tau 1 and tau 2. So tau 4 is subset of tau 1, also tau 4 is subset of tau 2. So this is the solution. Now the next article, the product topology on the Cartesian product of x cross y. If x and y are topological spaces, then there is a standard way to defining a topology on the Cartesian product of x cross y. We consider this topology now and study some of its important properties. So let's have definition. Let x and y be topological spaces the product topology on the Cartesian product of x and y, that is x times y, is the topology having as basis the collection script B of all sets of the form U times V, where U is open subset of x and V is an open subset of y. So the product topology on the Cartesian product of x and y is the topology having basis script B, which is collection of all sets of the form Cartesian product of U and V, where U is open in x and V is open in y. So this is the definition for the product topology on Cartesian product of x cross y. Example: if tau and tau dash be two topological spaces, then the product topology on Cartesian product x and y forms the basis of the form script B is equals to the Cartesian product of U and V, that is U times V, such that U is open in x and V is open in y. So tau and tau dash be two topological spaces, and we define product topology on x, Cartesian product of x, y, that is x times y, which forms the basis script B, which is given as this. Now here we prove, here we have to claim this script B is a basis. So let's have solution. Given set script B is equals to Cartesian product of U and V, such that U is open in x and V is open in y. So let assume the element x times y, small x times y, small y. This belongs to the Cartesian product of x and y, where x belongs to x and y belongs to y. Since therefore B is equals to Cartesian product of x times y belongs to script B. Thus x cross y belongs to B and B is contained in script B. Because x and y, where x here topology tau is defined on x, tau dash is defined on y, and we know that every member of topology is open set itself. So x is open in tau, y is open in tau dash, so the Cartesian product of x, y is also open. Cartesian product of x and y is also open set. So here x is member of y, y is member of y, that's why B is equals to x times y. This is a product of open set where x is open in x, y is open in y. So as this is a Cartesian product of two open sets, that's why this belongs to our set script B. But this x, this Cartesian product x, y contains element x times y. So this element also belongs to B and B is contained in script B. So first condition for the basis is satisfied. So here first condition for basis was, for x belongs to x, there exists basis element B such that x belongs to B and B is contained in that set. B is contained in script B. So first condition is satisfied. Now the intersection of any two elements u1 times v1 and u2 times v2 of script B. Here I chosen two elements from script B and take their intersection, which is equals to intersection of u1 times v1 with u2 times v2, that is equals to u1 intersect v2 times v1 intersect v2, which is a basis element because u1 intersection u2 and v1 intersection v2 are open in x and y respectively, because u1 and u2 are open in x and vn and v2 are open in y. So we know that finite intersection of two open set is also open. Similarly here, finite intersection of two open set is also open. So as these are open, that's why this belongs to where? Script B. So therefore Cartesian product of u1 intersection u2 with v1 intersection v2 belongs to script B. Thus script B forms a basis for a topology on x times y. So here we proved this script B forms a basis for a topology on Cartesian product of x and y. Now the question arises whether this script B forms a topology. So this collection script B is not a topology on the Cartesian product of x times y. So for this, suppose if we consider beta be the, here I am giving counter example. Suppose if we consider beta be the collection of rectangular regions in the plane, then the union of the two rectangles is not a product of two sets, so it cannot belong to script B. However, it is open in the Cartesian product of x and y. So so the union of the two rectangles is not a product of two sets. So union of two rectangles could not be the product of two sets. So this condition fails for topology. That's why script B is not a topology on Cartesian product of x and y. Next theorem. If script B is basis for a topology of x and script C is a basis for the topology of y, then the collection D is equals to the Cartesian product of B and C such that B belongs to script B, C belongs to script C is a basis for the topology of Cartesian product x and y. So your script B is basis for topology of x and script C is basis for the topology of y. Then we define the collection D, which is equals to B times C such that B belongs to script B and C belongs to script C, and this set D is also basis for the topology of Cartesian product of x and y. This we have to show. So let's have proof. Suppose if we choose W, this W be an open set in the Cartesian product of x and y, and a point x comma y belongs to W. So as W be an open set of Cartesian product of x and y, so elements in W looks like this, Cartesian product of small x and y. So and a point xy belongs to W. Then by definition of product topology, there is a basis element u times v such that x times y belongs to the Cartesian product of u and v, which is contained in W by using definition of product topology. Since u is open in x and script B is basis for topology on x, then by using the definition of open set, we have a basis element B belongs to script B such that x belongs to B and B is contained in u. This is by definition of open set. So as u is open in x and script B is basis for topology on x, then there exists some basis element B belongs to script B such that x belongs to B and B is contained in u. Similarly, we have basis element C belongs to script B, script C such that y belongs to C and C is contained in V. Why? Because V is open in y. So here we obtain these two relations. X belongs to B, B is contained in U, where B is basis element and U is open in X. and here also we obtained y belongs to C, C is contained in V, where C belongs to script C and V is open in Y. So thus from these two relations we have the Cartesian product of small x and y, that is x times y, belongs to the base Cartesian product of basis element, that is B times C, is contained in U times V, and this U times V is contained in W. U times V is contained in W. So here we obtained x times y is contained in B times C is contained in U times V is contained in W. Thus by lemma, what was the lemma? If X is topological space and script C be collection of open sets in X, such that for each open set U of X and each X belongs to U, there exists C belongs to script C, such that X belongs to C is contained U, then script C is basis for topology of X. So here our X means X times Y, and C is basis element here of script C. Here we have basis element B times C of script B cross. This basis element is of what? Script D. Whatever the set given, this is basis element of, and this is contained where? W. Why? Because U times V is contained in W. So if such thing happen, then we say that this set, this element belongs to which set? This element belongs to our set script D. So then script D is basis for topology of X. Then script D is basis for topology of Cartesian product X and Y. So this forms a product basis for a product topology on Cartesian product of X and Y, which completes the proof. So here B times C is element of D, that's why this is a basis for the product topology X and Y. Let's have one example. The product topology on R, or the product of topology on R with itself is the standard topology on R times R equals to R2. So R is standard topology we defined already, and its basis for standard topology is set of all open intervals. So here also it has a basis as the collection of all products of open sets of R. Next definition, projection. So let's have definition. Let pi1 maps from x times y to x be defined by the equation pi1 of x comma y equals to x. Let pi2 maps from x times y to y be defined by the equation pi2 of x comma y equals to y. Then the maps pi1 and pi2 are called the projection. So these maps pi1 and pi2 are called the projections of product x times y onto its first and second factors respectively. So both maps are same, here only codomain is different. So pi1 maps from x times y to x and pi2 maps from x times y to y, defined as this. So these are the projections of the Cartesian product of x and y onto its first and second factors respectively. Here they use word onto. Why? Because pi1 and pi2 are surjective. They must be surjective unless one of the space x or maybe y happens to be empty, in which the product x times y is empty. So our whole this discussion is meaningless. That's why here they use the word onto. So this is definition for projections. now here consider this as a remark. Suppose U is open subset of X, then the set pi 1 inverse of U is precisely the set U times Y. So pi 1 inverse of U is U times Y, which is also open in product X times Y. Similarly, if V is open in Y, then pi 2 inverse of V is equals to X times V is equals to X times V, which is also open in the product X times Y. So pi 1 inverse U is equals to U times Y, and this is open in the product X and Y. And pi 2 inverse V is equals to X times V, which is open in the Cartesian product of X and Y. The intersection of these two sets is the set U times V. Now if we take intersection of these two sets, this is equals to U times V. This is indicated in the figure below. So this is a V, this is U. So this is a, and intersection of these two sets is equals to this rectangular region. X axis, here is Y axis. So next, in next theorem we use this note. Remember, U is open in X, then pi inverse U is equals to U times Y, and if V is open in Y, then pi 2 inverse of V is X and Y, and these products are open in, both products are open in the Cartesian product of X and Y. So let's have theorem. The collection script S is equals to pi 1 inverse U open in X union pi 2 inverse V open in Y. Here U is open in X, it means here U is open in X and V is open in Y. So this is the collection of script S. Then prove that the script S is a basis for the product topology on X times Y. So here we have to prove the script S is a sub basis for the product topology on the Cartesian product of X and Y. So we know what is meant by sub basis. Sub basis script S for topology on X. This is a collection of subsets of X whose union equals X. Those subset of X whose union equals X. So let's have proof. Let tau denote the product topology on X times Y and tau dash be the topology generated by script S. So here tau be the product topology on X times Y and tau dash be the topology generated by script S. Since every element of script S belongs to tau, since every element of script S belongs to tau, this is not T tau, this is only simply tau. So arbitrary unions of finite intersection of elements of script S is also belongs to tau. Why every element of script S belongs to S? Because script S is a union of pi 1 inverse U and pi 2 inverse V, and we just discussed now pi inverse U is whenever U is open in X, then pi inverse U is equals to U times Y, and pi 2 inverse V is equals to X times V whenever V is open in Y. So that's why every element of script S belongs to tau. So arbitrary unions of finite intersections. So if we take arbitrary union of finite intersection of elements of script test. Suppose if I take first finite intersection of elements in script test, and then whatever the set obtained, then I take union on that set, then it also belongs to tau. Thus tau dash is containing tau. Every basis element u times v for the topology tau is a finite intersection of elements of tau dash. Every basis element of Cartesian product u and v for the topology tau is finite intersection of elements of tau dash. Since y pi 1 inverse u intersection with pi 2 inverse v, this is equals to, by that note, u times y intersection x times y, which can be written as u intersection x product y intersection v. So here u intersection x is equals to u and y intersection v is equals to v. Therefore u times v belongs to tau dash. This implies tau is contained in tau dash. So in earlier we proved here tau dash is contained in tau, and here we proved tau is contained in tau dash. So using that two inequalities, we say tau is equals to tau dash. This proves the theorem. Now next definition, the subspace topology. Let's have subspace topology. Let X be a topological space with topology tau. Let X be a topological space with topology tau. If Y is a subset of X, then the collection tau Y, which is equals to Y intersection U, where U belongs to tau. Here X is a topological space with tau and Y is a subset of X. This Y is a subset of X. Then the collection tau Y, which is equal to Y intersection U, such that U belongs to tau. U is member of tau and Y is subset of X, and tau Y is the set Y intersection U. Then tau Y forms a topology on Y. Then tau Y is a topology on Y, and this topology is called subspace topology of open sets X. This is a called subspace topology of open sets X. So now we claim this tau Y, we prove this tau Y is a topology on Y. Show that tau Y is a topology on Y. So for tau, to prove topology, there are three conditions. First condition is, since for empty set and X belongs to tau. Since empty set and X belongs to tau, this implies intersection of empty set with Y is equal to empty set, and intersection of X intersection Y is equal to Y. Because Y is subset of X, that's why X intersection Y is equal to Y, and we know that intersection with any non-empty set of empty set is empty. So that's why empty set and Y belongs to tau Y. Now second condition, suppose if I take some elements, n elements, here we are checking second condition, finite intersection. Let u1 intersection y, ut intersection y up to un intersection y be the elements of tau y. If I take finite intersection on that, that is u1 intersection y intersection u2 intersection y and so on, intersecting un intersection y, which can be written as u1 intersection u2 intersection up to un intersect with y. Since each u1 u2 un are member of tau, and we know that tau is topology, so finite intersection of that elements are also belongs to tau. Therefore u1 intersection up to un belongs to tau. Therefore u1 intersection up to and so on u1 intersection y belongs to tau y. What is our tau y set here? Tau y contains those elements such that u intersection y, where u belongs to tau. So here ui belongs to tau, that's why u1 intersection y belongs to tau y. So second condition also satisfied. Now arbitrary intersection. for alpha belongs to J, U alpha intersection Y. This can be written as union of U alpha, alpha belongs to J, intersecting with Y. Since for each alpha belongs to J, U alpha is member of topology tau, so union of alpha belongs to J, U alpha also belongs to tau. As this is a member of tau, so by definition of tau I, union of alpha belongs to J, U alpha intersection Y, this also belongs to tau Y. So as all the three conditions for topology are satisfied, that's why the set tau Y is a topology on Y. So for today we stop. Thank you.